Hey guys, it's me, Jocelyn, here with
Maggie.
and we are going to be doing interviews for William F. Fitch. Okay, so first question is, what sparked your idea to write the Journal of William F. Fitch?
It was a dream. So I had this one dream where there was like this train and there were these two girls who were like running around it, and there was this bluebird and this journal, and it was a whole thing, and I woke up terrified actually because it was really terrifying. But then I decided, gotta incorporate that into a book because seemed so cool. So like in the book, there's a train.
That's honestly so magical. How did you know your characters' names were their names and their aesthetics were their aesthetics?
So for Jean's name, it's my middle name, and like Jean, I wanted to incorporate as much of myself as I could in her, and like one of the aesthetics that I like absolutely love is like the whole downtown girl thing. So that's how I got like Jean's whole aesthetic and name going on. For Isabella, I wanted something really soft. I wanted something that was like flowery and like very swan-like, and I knew I wanted her to be the absolute opposite of Jean.
Yeah.
So that's how like Isabella came to.
In the foreseeable future, are you going to write another book or have you already started?
I have already started writing like 5 more books. So I'm not gonna stop. I have like a list of books that are coming out.
Stay tuned!
Stay tuned!
What is one movie or show you wish you created?
The Hunger Games. It's so amazing. Oh, I just realized that Two-Face is right there.
The guest! Everybody welcome Two-Face! What sparked your passion for writing?
Well, I started reading, and like when I started reading, I realized that I wanted to be a person who created these amazing stories. So, that was like...
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Being a New York Times bestselling author.
Oh,
yes.
And that's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
It's
going to happen.
It's not if it happens, it's when it happens.
It's going to happen.
Okay, so we know that some people have the inspiration on their own, some have a little help of the others. Do you like working independently or with a team?
I like working with a team because then you can get so much more feedback, you can get so many more ideas. It can be like, it's better,
It can be. Your book navigates between themes of getting lost in fiction. Was there a moment or image that sparked your work?
Well, okay, so the theme, it's getting lost in fiction. So like how Jean struggles with getting lost in her books and her fantasies and wanting these ideals of, the unreal. And the one thing that made me want to use this theme is the fact that I was getting lost in fiction, because I found myself daydreaming 24/7 and like wanting to live in these books, and I was like, that's a real problem, because you see so many people who are like spending their entire lives in books and like reading books and talking about books and doing all these things for books. It's like you gotta be in reality sometimes,
Next question is, what do you hope readers will take away from your writing?
What I really want them to take away is how difficult it is to stay away from these fantastical ideas of, like fantasies and fairy tales and quests and adventures, because we long for all of that. We long to get out of reality. But whenever you're given the opportunity to go into all of those stuff and like adventures and whatever, it's difficult and it can really lead to danger. So I want people to realize that sometimes dreams just, you can't have them,
What is one particular scene you were excited for the fans to see?
Okay, episode 3, scene 2, because that's when everything really starts, That's when like they find out what they're trying to accomplish. That's when everything comes tied together. That's when like the real fun begins.
Alright, so we know that writing the book is hard, but what about writing the script? Which episode gave you the most difficulty?
Episode 4, because that's when like all the real action begins, and that's like trying to get everything tied together. So, and you haven't seen it yet, so.
Yeah, fortunately, I've not heard it yet, or seen it yet. So, me and you both don't know what's going on here. What are some personality traits that you and Jean have in common?
Her whole thing about being able to get lost into the book so easily, and, her love for fiction, as well as her, like, really ambitious desires, you know, to like go out there and do all these unrealistic things and like get her fairy tale adventure and her book worthy tale. So
when do you know when a chapter needs to end?
Well, for me, chapters are their own like whole storyline. Like they have their own climax and resolution and like their whole, you know, that mountain, like the whole mountain thing. So whenever it gets to the point where it's either at the peak of its climax or it's like calming down, that's when you know where to stop.
You already described the strange experience of rereading their work years later. What aspects of this book might surprise your future self?
I feel like how naive all the characters are and how like it shows that a teenager wrote it. So all of the like really young ideas and like desires and dreams and ambitions, like all of the things that are so clearly from a 15-year-old girl, I feel like that's really going to surprise me whenever I'm older.
Is it for our interview with
Maggie?
With millions of bloopers, we got it through. Thank you so much for tuning in, and tune into the book and the short film coming out.
Yeah.
Bye!